FM23, Bot to the Top, season number 4. As you can see, it's League 2 season. Yes, we're up into the League 2. And I say we, Cheshunt are up into League 2. That's because, well, we accepted an offer. We're no longer with Cheshunt. We left Cheshunt in a very healthy position, though. You can see we've got 2 on the board for key players. Both are goalkeepers, believe it or not. And their prediction, promotion in first place. So we're definitely leaving them in a good state. Apparently, for some reason, they're now in debt, which they wasn't when I left. I do promise you that. We look at the team. They've completely and utterly changed the way they're going to be lining up, which is against the ethos that we had in place. They've gone with new boy Ali on the left, Ronald, Kakuni and Davis at the back, Jarvis as the goalkeeper. Gibson still plays on the right. Harlock and Drozel down in the holding midfield roles. Ferdinand up front along with Benjamin and Simos. A little bit of a different way to have it. As you'll see, we did buy or bring in Benjamin and Ferdinand into Swansea and send them straight back out on loan to Cheshunt. Mostly to give them a bit of a financial boost, but 2, because these star ratings on these guys, they're going to be a good championship quality level player later on in time. So buying them now for 100 and odd thousand seemed like a good deal. Now, lots of transfers have been happening since we've joined the club. Lots of players coming in, lots of players leaving. We'll start with some of the outgoings. Bearing in mind I didn't really know these players, we did sell a few. Most of them gone out on loan? Yeah, most of them gone out on loan. We did sell Admiral Mizuki. Crystal Palace came on him. Let me have a little look. He's a 3-star winger, 26. His potential is quite a bit higher than that. The Zabawian, is that how you say it? So yeah, he's moved over to Crystal Palace. I think I said Chelsea. He went for a fee of 20 million quid, which boosted our finances quite a bit. Pretty much everyone else went out on loan. We did sell Hayden Coulson, 400k. There's lots of little fees added onto our loan, which is absolutely fine. If we come on to the purchase side of things, lots of players in on free, some good players in on free. We'll take Akpom. He is 29. He is going to be a secondary striker. We bring him in on free, and he's worth 13 to 14 million. So if we can cash in on him later on, we will do. Ben Knight, Man City, 2.5 star, 4-star potential. Again, someone that's come in that can maybe improve over the season, be a bit part player, get us a few quid in the bank. He plays, look at that, position-wise, perfect for us, especially in a backup position. It's the same across the board with Serjan, in from Arsenal, again on a free, again the same value, again roughly the sort of same outline product. Bit part player all round the park there. 22-year-old Scottish Matthew Craig, we had to pay just over £100,000. He comes in from Spurs. They initially were going to be setting him up for a release, but there was a lot of interest. We hadn't quite finished scouting him, but generally, rule of thumb, if there's a lot of interest from places like AC Milan and Dortmund, it's very much worth jumping ahead of the gun and signing him before he becomes available on the free. So we did. We paid 100 grand. Or just over 100 grand for Matthew K. 125 in total is what he'll come up to. So he was worth that. Charlie Savage joined from Manchester United on a free. Again, 2.5. Little bit of potential. Could be worth some. Seems to have already become unhappy. And loan bids have come in for him as well. Since we signed a lot of players, he's probably going to be one of the ones that go. Bailey Mumbia, slightly older, again been brought in on a free. He's worth a few quid. So again, look at the positions he can play. A real cover for all positions there. Nice little player. 3 stars is absolutely fine for where we are at the moment. We desperately needed a goalkeeper. So in come another United signing, Matetkova. Again, he's a 3-star, could potentially grow, but I think we got him in on a free. He's worth a couple of quid. Not a problem. Nice little stats there. We could do with a bit more communication, but we're not gonna hold that against him. As you can see, Benjamin, he came in for 110k. He's gone straight out on low for the season. Ferdinand, a little bit more pricey, 145. But if you have a little look at Seb Ferdinand, he's increased on his potential. And his value's obviously dramatically gone up. So he's definitely someone for the future. If he go out and spend a season out on loan, comes back as a 3-star player, I'll be extremely happy, and he definitely will get some game time because he was a solid little player for us. Similar for Benjamin, although his stars have dropped, he's increased in value. If he does just get up to that 3-star, we could cash in or possibly even use him. He's still got bags of pace. Again, nice little signing. Hopefully he carries on that form down back at Cheshunt, and hopefully he'll get them up to the next tier. Our next signing, and probably our biggest signing of the window, just under 10 million. I think it was might have been about 12. Signing from Ipswich Town, and it was Nathan Young Coombs. Coombs. Englishman, 22-year-old. I think he must be a regen, blacked out picture there. Great on the attacking, great on the speed. His aerial's not fantastic, but we won't hold that against him. We've not always had great in the air up front. 3.5 star, potential of 4. He's a good player already. He's already valued up a bit more cash than we paid for him. So if he gets on a good run of form, which he's all non-competitive already, 4 starts, 3 goals. If he continues that into the Championship, we could be on to a winner. Another player excited for the future is a winger we managed to get in for around 3 million. 24-year-old Brazilian Adson. Comes in from the Brazilian League, COR, I'm not even sure who that is. It bursts bags and bags of pace. No aerial. We don't need aerial on wingers. That's absolutely fine. Defence, I would prefer a little bit, but that's the idea of having wing backs. Lots of attacking, lots of technical, lots of vision, bags of speed. Hopefully he's going to do the work for us and get down the wings. He's a fairly just come in signing, so you haven't missed too much with him. Again, 3.5 already, potential of 4. That value should go up a bit. But if it doesn't, we can cash in on him at any point and make a killing. Quality little cheap signing, paid just under 250,000 for, was Bosun Law. He comes in from Luton Town. 3.5 star, pretty much across the board. He's already more than 4 times his value since he's been here. Potential of 4 stars. He's looked okay in the under European Championship, where we did see him in the one game. This is where we scouted him from, and he's not. It doesn't look too bad. He does not look too bad at all. Someone I was very excited to get through. We had to pay an absolute fortune on his wages, but we got him for a snip of that price. I think it was around 1.8 million, and that was George Bello. He will be our left-sided defender, or left wing back or full back in that area. He's 4 stars. He's almost at his full potential already. But if he can push on a little bit with that speed, match it with a bit of defence and some technical skills, hopefully push him forward along with Ada on that left-hand side, we could be into something. I mean, he's on an absolute fortune at 56,000. Is it someone that we possibly will look to be selling onwards? If we can get him in the green and get some offers in halfway through the season, I think I'll accept and look for a replacement. Is he someone we bought in just for doubling up on cash? Yes. I'll be completely honest. He was. I would have liked a bit more defending in him, but with the budget we had and the players that are available, I paid the extra on the wages to get this guy in. I think he'll be worth it, especially on the short run. Another Brazilian, Patrick Lazanas from SPO. We paid 1.8 million for this guy as well. He's valued already up to nearly 5. He's only on 5k a week. He's going to be the backup left wing back for now. But by the time we sold the other guy in, possibly during the January transfer window, which was the earliest I think he'll only get any offers in. This guy would be ready-made to take his place. Again, bags of speed, bit more defending, same about technical. He's got a little attack about him, and he's a little bit more physical. I like it. His potential is out of this world. He's definitely one for the future. I love the look of this lad. I'm hoping he is going to be a star for the future. Another Brazilian and another absolute steal coming in from Frankfurt. 24-year-old Vincius Zancello. You're going to hear a lot of zzz in my vocabulary at the moment. 3.5-star current ability. Potential ability, he's going to be world class, isn't he? He's already valued at 2.3 to 3.3 million, and we've paid less than $1 million for him. Almost a beautiful, perfect little circle at his age, and he's going to be playing in that central position. He can play and holding midfield role. He doesn't really lose anything there. If he goes into attacking role, yeah, he loses a little bit, but I am seeing him more of these roles here. He should really push on and do well. Lewis Barry is a player that we're looking to bring in, mostly to be a backup on the right and left wing, and also as the striker position. I love the fact he's so attacking. It's absolutely out of this world attacking, and his speed looks brilliantly. If we can get this guy in, I'd be very, very excited to convert him more forward thinking. Maybe have him as a striker, out and out, eventually. I mean, in the meantime, he will be cover for the left and right wings, but he's definitely going to be a bit of a wonder kid, I think. Another one that we've been trying to get in, we've made 2 or 3 offers for him now. We're hoping the current offer is going to stick, and that is Abdoulaye Ndeye, 23-year-old Senegalese, absolute beast as a central defender. Aerial, defence and physical. 3 of the key aspects you want in that central defensive midfield role. And there he's already a 4-star. I reckon he's probably going to have a little bit more on top of that. And the best part about him, left-footed. Not many left-footers out there that play centre that is this good. I don't think anyway. And currently at 2.9, I think we can offer him a nice little wage package to go with it. Hopefully we can get a deal done for them. Hopefully they'll get over the line. So here's the squad as we look at the moment. We are playing a vertical tiki-taka style. Again, I'm going with that arrowhead. I've got a good link in the mid-back hairline. Darling's played brilliantly leading up to this. So has Leighton Bird. But yeah, some good sort of quality little players in here, and some that will come in and out as the team progress. Callum Mee is a 17-year-old little beauty. He is definitely a wonder kid. We take a look at Callum Mee. Here he is, 12 to 19.5 million already. He's 17 years of age, 3.5-star already. Potential, full whack. He's got a nice graphic there. We're playing him in an attacking role. He is lacking a bit of fitness. I am deciding whether or not he will be starting. But yes, solid little player. And if you just scroll down, you can see we've got quite a few players that are unavailable. These ones we are trying to get deals done to move them on and move them out of the club. And more players that come in that replace other players. Again, we will move players in and out of the club. Ryan Manning is someone who's been here for a while, 29-year-old Irish fella. I'm not sure exactly when he joined. He's not going to improve much more than this. 3.5. He's going to do a job on the left as well. Whether or not he'll be here with us long term it remains to be seen really. We are on the lookout for another goalkeeper though. Just because, obviously this is the only one we had. We've swapped him because we've got this guy in. Probably do need another goalkeeper, so I'm going to have to be keeping my eye out for one of those. Here's a quick look at the finance board. Overall balance, the club isn't, they're not worried about it too much. 39 million quid in the plus. You can't argue with that. They've made 4 million loss this particular month. But that could be the fact that we did get them to sign a player for us. We've got a nice healthy wage budget and we're not exceeding that at the moment. A huge scouting budget because I moved the remainder of my transfer budget into scouting budget just to protect the transfer budget for the moment. We've not had to worry about too much. We're all on board with the financial fair play, which is fantastic. The wages are under the budget, so that's great. It's just about pushing on with the team. So, when I took charge of the club, we were predicted 18th. We have climbed our way up to 13th in the prediction table. We have 0 players in the Dream 11, which, I'll be completely honest, if you look here, they are all pretty much, I think the goalkeeper, Southampton. It is literally a Southampton lineup. You can't really argue with the players that they've got, though. They really should be the players to be. The team to beat should be Southampton. Crystal Palace, who we are playing today in our first game and only game in this one, they're obviously second favourites to go straight up after being relegated from the Premier League. Only time will tell if we can actually do anything, and I think our first big test being Palace is going to be a toughie. And here we go. Crystal Palace versus Swansea. Never thought I would see a stadium this size that I'm managing for a while. I honestly thought I was going to stay with Cheshunt, but here we are. We're in London for this one, up against Crystal Palace. Can we get some points on the board? I would say I was going to say I'm quietly optimistic. I really ain't. A couple of minutes in, it's nothing's really happened yet. Nothing at all. We've got a good pass completion, and we've got all the possession in the world in the first 7 minutes, which is absolutely fantastic. But can we do anything with that possession? The first highlight of the game is for Crystal Palace, as Lewis picks up the ball, takes it infield towards the 18-yard box, dinks it to no man's land and straight out for a goal kick. That's wasteful. 14 minutes in, we've not had a single shot on target. Doesn't look like we're doing much, but here we go. Mumba holds the ball now, looks to play it out, it gets depossessed by Marcel. Marcel holds it up, Mumba does re-get the ball and lose out again. There goes Eze, into Mendy, tries to get it over the top. Coombs was able to pick it up in the middle there. Addison, comes away. I should really speed this up a little bit. Addison comes away, he's on the far left, breaking down the wing nicely. Gets to the byline, dinks it in. Ben Mee's there. He sends it miles over the post. He's claiming for a corner. Someone must have got a touch on it. I thought Ben Mee had a shot there. Is it Ben Mee or Callum Mee? Callum Mee, there we go. Ball comes in by Addison. Easily cleared. Goes all the way out to Musqui, who's bound to get that ball away. I'm going to quickly pause that one there and just check on the settings. For some reason that slowed down a bit too much. Let's speed it up. And away we go. Free kick for Swansea. Darling over it. He takes a short ball to Law, who takes it forward into their half. Passes the ball off to Cyan. Forwards to Coombs, who takes a long shot. And he's beaten by the post itself. He should at least got one on target there. Goal kick for Swansea. We're playing out from the back. We've seen this before from Cheshunt. Beautiful play onto Cyan on the wing. A little bit of a harsh challenge. Ref gives nothing. Lets game play on. As they come through, beat the back line. Bellew was dispossessed. Ball gets chipped up off the crossbar. Out again. And it goes out for Crystal Palace throw-in. That one was a little bit iffy. I think it's the right word for that. 25 minutes in, I'm going to give them a bit of a shout. I'm going to demand a little bit more because they got a little bit complacent towards the end of that one. Especially one of our best signings, Bellew. He's been a bag of pace and he didn't seem to have it there. Darling with a free kick. Again, played in central to Law. Back to Zancello. He knocks it out to Coombs. Out onto the wing with Cyan, who gets dispossessed too easily. And now they're going to play around us at their midfield central position to their wing, all the way back to their goalkeeper. No pressure on the goalkeeper there. Ball comes out long, over the top. Doesn't beat the defenders, which is a good thing. The ball played through to the centre. Surely he was offside. And there we go. Admiral Muscu signed for Crystal Palace from Swansea for £20 million. Has just put one past us. That, my friends, is a kick in the teeth. Sometimes you get some, sometimes you lose them. In this case, we definitely lost him. He went to Palace and he's punished us for it. So we're going to go a little bit attacking for the last part of this half. And I'm going to give him a little bit of encouragement. Just for the last 2 minutes of the half. I don't think it's going to come of anything. It doesn't. We're 1-0 down away. And was it really justified? No, I don't think it was. So 2 changes coming out for the second half. Bello's gone off. He's had a yellow card, so better take him off while we still can. And then the young lad Callum came off as well. Injury, well, not injury, but he's not long come back from an injury. He's 17, and his fitness was dipping. I think it was only about right. He got a bit of a rest. Addison's played pretty well, starting to dip a bit there. Which unfortunate I said that. Maybe I'm a curse to him. Just give him a shout and demand more. Probably too late for this highlight, as Mendy picks up the ball in the centre, playing it forward. He Chan on the wing with Lewis J. Lewis takes a little bit of a run, pulls back, rides the tackle well, keeps hold of the ball, knocks it back to the back line. Richards with it in the centre. They're playing the ball around us and the crowd are loving it. I'm not. El Bowie with the ball in, and we nearly conceded a second to the same darn player that we sold to them for 20 million. That is sickening. I don't like that happening. Stop it. Right, we're reaching the 75th mark. We're going to do a usual stoppy time because we're going to be doing some changes. We haven't got many more changes that we can make. I am going to have to take Zanzu off. And possibly we'll bring in Akapo on the wing and swap him for Coombs. Just as he had an actual opportunity to score and he blundered it, which isn't always great. Mumby is having a poor game. That's not great. Let's see if we can give him a little touchline shout himself. Give him a berate. And then take him off. But here we go. We have a throw-in. And it goes, he just throws it. Oh my word. You know it's bad when they do that. And now Crystal Palace are on the breakaway. Lewis, I mean, they're really picking up the pace as they come down that wing. A Bowie in the ball. Good. And Admiral Musqui sold for 20 million, and yeah, his replacement cost us 12. That's an £8 million profit, right? But that £8 million profit has just gone on 2 goals against us. I think I would prefer the 2 goals back. So it looks like our first start here at Swansea ends in a 2-0 defeat. Not a good start. Akpom barely got off the ratings there because he's literally just come on. Mumba never ever had a chance to come off. He was awful. Apparently he came off and came back on. I mean, work that one out. That was a really bad display by him. I think we might have to have a word with him after the match. And with that said, we are 22nd after 1 game. Hopefully we can turn it round. Hopefully this isn't going to be the start of the end of the start. Yeah, first time doing proper transfers. No, well, even though they say proper transfer, a lot of them were freebies, as you see. Hopefully the team can start to gel and we can push up the table. I don't mind finishing mid-table. I don't mind finishing around this sort of circular area. I don't want to be here. I do not want a relegation battle. Not really. Mid-table is where we're after this season. Mid-table this season, promotional places next season. Until next time, which will be in a few games' time, this has been Matty G. Bop to the top. We're now with Swansea. Until next time, peace out.